Copyright Fair Use Notice titled 17 U.S. Code Section 107 through 118 of the Copyright Law. All media in this video is used for the purposes of review and commentary for fair use. All footage and music and images used belong to their respective copyright owners. All review material is meant for all ages and are looked at from an adult analytical perspective. Viewers under the age of 13 should not watch.
Boys and ghouls of every age, wouldn't you like to see something strange? Come with us and you will see. This our town of Halloween.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 Halloween.
Night.
In this town called home, everyone hails to the Paper King song.
Thank you, Fame. That was even more fun than I expected, than I planned it to be.
As a student of the arts, you know I always got it.
Very true.
But for those that can't guess, we are back at it, and this time we are tackling a cult classic for Halloween, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Indeed. This was on our big to-do plan list for this year. We juggled a lot of different ideas what we were going to cover for our first October recording sessions, and this one is going to be our final. This is going to be our bridge gap between the October reviews and our December Christmas reviews. So I hope you look forward to what we all have planned this year, and hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below. Odds are this one video is sadly going to probably be heavily edited for YouTube because the songs, but if you join our Patreon or our Subscribe Star or Ko-fi, you can likely get the full version of the video there.
And see all of the ghost and ghoulish fun that comes with this. Not only is this a cult classic, it's a double holiday special, Christmas and Halloween. And I can already hear the sounds of Mariah Carey's Iceberg cracking as we slowly get closer to November.
Oh Lord.
Because you know, the moment that October is over, we're going to be seeing those memes of Mariah Carey has escaped her iceberg. And we're going to be seeing, it's time!
It's not a meme anymore, it's a tradition.
I know one radio station who, one year started playing Christmas music in the middle of October.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's like crazy to me the encroachment Christmas has had over the years. It seems to like get deeper and deeper and deeper. It's almost like someone who replaced Santa Claus is going around and jumping into other worlds and killing the other holidays.
Where could they have gotten that idea?
Yeah, I wonder where.
Although maybe we should do the meme.
What? You mean the Mariah Carey meme?
Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely pull it off, I'm not gonna lie. I'd have to give my vocal cords a good few workouts, but...
Don't look at me, I'm a baritone.
I'll stand by this. We do have plans to do Summerween and Christmas in July kind of specials. They're not going to be as big and grand as our October recordings and our Christmas recordings, but you might see a Christmas special in July and one or two Halloween specials for Summerween.
Ain't that the truth?
If we're turning Sam into Mariah Carey, I'll get the ice bucket.
I'll get the dress.
In case you didn't realize, I will always look this fierce, no matter what I wear. But regardless, I'd be more than honored to be the Mariah Carey of our group.
I guess no one else would.
I'll skin you and King like the fish I'm about to eat.
Tonight, joining us, we have our wonderful editor gal and Zero. Not to be confused with the ghost dog.
I mean, he's just
I think that's honestly.
But shall we jump on in?
Zero's one of the best words.
Indeed.
Let's do it.
Up the juice and see what shakes loose.
Oh, for God's sake. See, now this is the Disney opening I miss the most. This is one of those Disney openings I love the most. This is what I love.
Anyone else remember those old Disney video or DVD openings where they have like the Remember the Magic and all that stuff, where they show you the clips of all the previous movies?
Yeah, I miss that. This is still one of my favorite worlds from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Also, Jack Skellington, if you're listening, if you want to give a holiday a real bunch of scares, go for Valentine's Day.
Or President's Day.
Oh, hey, I didn't
anyone-
think we had a door.
And if anyone thinks like that's a dumb joke, go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. A little bit. Okay, there's a 4th of July door.
Oh wow.
Holy crap.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Thanksgiving.
What?
I
So,
thought
quick
there
little.
were 2 hearts.
If there were 2 hearts, I'd be killing something.
Yeah, you can kind of tell based off of the step in front of it. It has like a tie-in to the door. Easter has egg steps up. Christmas has the Christmas present. We'll see turkey in a second. But yeah. It was always crazy to me that there's a bloody 4th of July. Valentine's Day has the candy heart package.
I am not sure what that is under the March 4th.
It's literally St. Patrick's Day.
That's what I meant.
Yep.
I'm not sure what.
Mushrooms, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but like, why
Yeah,
is
it's
St.
mushrooms.
Patrick's Day? And there's actually a little tidbit for those that have not read the books, but there is another door.
What do you mean another door?
It leads to Slumberland.
It's in the world of dreams?
Yeah.
Hey,
Little Nemo reference.
Come on! Sora, come on! We're gonna go earn you your mark of mastery.
Couldn't that mean like all they would have to do to add the dream beast creatures from the DS game is just tie it into the Nightmare on Elm Street world?
But there's something else that you only know if you read the book.
What?
That would be
Sally doesn't belong to Halloween Town.
You mean she don't belong to Halloween Town?
He's
not
from
Halloween Town, where?
Slumberland.
She's a dream creature?
I have one big story-related question concerning that. How does that work when she was made by Finkelstein?
He didn't make her. He kidnapped her.
Oh, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, that tracks.
That fits too well.
Well, he does say in the movie, "I made you with my own 2 hands." Well, he could be lying.
He is, because this is from the official book that he kidnapped.
Well,
he
then.
tries to keep her in the castle. The whole movie.
He doesn't want her finding out the truth.
But,
What explain
yeah.
her random
like,
abilities?
I mean, think about this. Where are they right now?
Wait a minute. That actually makes sense. Where are we right now? Because we see all the holidays. If we were in Halloween Town, we wouldn't see the Halloween door.
They
A
were
place
named to
you've
carry out-
seen in your dreams?
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait. That actually lines up.
Hold on a second. King, pause real quick. I got one more thing. Sora, come on! We're gonna go earn you a real mark of mastery. Time you will be gone.
Sorry, pause one more time because we're about to rock out here. Believe it or not, this is in reference to another Tim Burton project of Coraline. In the original book, there's actually something far more dangerous in the Coraline story, and it appears in the tunnel. Yeah, this is something that even the other mother was afraid of. It's something that was older than the other mother, and was something that was watching Coraline. Because you know that long tunnel between the real world and the other world?
Yeah.
It's spoken of in the book as she traveled through it, she felt something seeing her. She felt something notice her and watch her, and whatever it was older than the other mother. So there's been a lot of theories that it was an eldritch horror lurking in the dark, and that's why other mother couldn't just cross the boundary. That's why only.
Because something would have ate her.
Yep.
That's terrifying. That's actually, honest to God, terrifying.
Happy to help. Now,
this is always a point to remember. You can always learn more about a series by taking in the other forms of media.
Now, can we please move along? I'm feeling like this is your original cut of K-pop Demon Hunters all over again.
Yeah.
okay.
All right, time for me to do my thing.
A fun fact: in the sequel video game Revenge of Oogie Boogie, the Pumpkin King form actually has a lot of fire powers.
So it gives him pyrokinetic abilities.
Yep.
Oh, I've seen that video game. I'm mad it didn't do as well as people thought.
It has honestly one of the best remixes of the Oogie Boogie song, where it includes both Oogie and Jack singing against each other.
If I could get the game, I'd be more than happy to play it.
It shows Oogie trying to become the king of all the holidays.
If I could get the game, I'd play it. It looks like it's fun. You deserve that.
Oh, Jack, you make balls, and that's great.
Does have the does have a good bone.
Sorry, what ladies, we got going for one person.
Most blood drained in a single evening.
Okay, I have to wonder, did they actually kill people, or are like these people actually okay?
I'm pretty sure they're just.
That's what, Bone Daddy.
See, I can relate with Jack so much, because doing the same thing over and over again gets tiring at some point.
Yep. Won't argue with that.
Monotony.
That's why, quick pause a second. That's why I've heard from like different YouTubers, they say like that's why they like doing YouTube, because there's always new thresholds to gain. There's always new shows to tackle. There's always new ways to improve. It's a constantly growing beast that like always keeps that itch satisfied.
Sort of like writing fan fiction.
Indeed.
And same could be said with my own anime music videos. Plenty of songs, and depending on the editor, totally different takes.
Right. Time for Jack's Lament.
Is it all?
Okay, this is something I do wonder.
What's that?
Jack says he was the one that, so like, I know from like one of the books that a person is chosen to become the Pumpkin King. And that's how Oogie and Jack's friendship broke up. And because of somebody decided to f*** around with Oogie. But I have to wonder, if you're chosen and you have a kid, does it become a lineage factor then? Like, does it transfer down? Or are you literally hand-picked to become the next king of a holiday?
Well, considering the previous Pumpkin King didn't have a child, you probably never know.
Exactly. It's curious.
I think it's chosen. Because almost like you can almost say like you can almost look towards like the Santa Claus, where a new Santa gets chosen to take on the reins. They're still Santa, they're just a different person.
Sure you did.
Buddy, if you made her, then why can't you make more like her?
He does. That's the ironic thing.
A YouTuber actually made a very haunting animatic talking about Sally's lost story that she's made from multiple different women and people.
I saw that story. That was made by Milky Melodies.
Yeah, that was truly fantastic work.
Fantastically horrifying. At the same time, it was beautiful.
Okay, I'm pretty sure whatever Jack threw wasn't that big.
It was his rib.
Oh,
So fun
whoops.
fact. In recent years, in Disneyland in California, they actually reskinned the Haunted Mansion during Halloween to turn it into the Haunted Mansion Holiday, where it's all themed to the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Did not know that.
And in recent years, they've added more Nightmare Before Christmas stuff during the Halloween season, with a particular show that stars Jack and Zero. Can't remember if it's in the Magic Kingdom or in the Disneyland California park. It's actually a pretty impressive night show. And in Disneyland California, they turned the Halloween season into the Oogie Boogie Bash, where you see lots of familiar villains.
Okay, so he says he's just an elected official. I'm just like, okay, then what does that mean? So, like, are you just a figurehead then?
Pretty much.
He handles the town. He doesn't handle the Halloween stuff, the important stuff, I guess, for them.
Because it's probably like there's a head elf that's in charge of Christmas Town, but Santa makes decisions for Christmas itself.
I still kind of wish that this was in the same universe as Rise of the Guardians.
Would be pretty cool.
Like, imagine Jack Frost teaming up with Jack Skellington.
Buddy Mud would be screwed.
He would have been traumatized.
See, that's I feel like where people will get the idea that Jack has a human form, because then that's where the shipping begins.
You have to wonder apparently no one else ever found these doors.
Exactly.
Well, he was more or less
It's not.
sleepwalking. He wasn't
Dream.
really looking for it.
Remember what King said? Dreams! Jack was longing for something new, and he got it.
Sure.
That could be how they're all connected. Boing.
Okay, pause a second.
Hold on.
Alright, Gallic, for example, I've seen theories on the ensnare them line. Like, you know, the, like, sleep paralysis type
Oh,
thing?
God.
Some people have called them, like, sleep paralysis demons. So, like, I've seen, like, the ensnare them part. It's like, if you ever have, like, sleep paralysis, it's literally something from Halloween Town visiting you.
Alright, that makes sense.
And of course, there's always like different foretales where you're ensnared, caught by something in the dark. But yes.
So he can run up a staircase without issue, but then trip at the end.
364.
What?
Okay, sorry, pause. Okay. There's something that's always kind of bothered me about this movie, and I know like there's been like additional material that's kind of explored Oogie's and Jack's past, which I was gonna say this towards the end, but like I gotta bring it up now. I kind of wish like Oogie was more involved in this movie. He's hinted at, like he's foreshadowed literally in shadow in the opening, And then he's not mentioned until Kidnap the Santa Claus moment. And then he shows up at the end. And it's like it shows like yes, like Jack and Oogie have history, and again, like I don't know all the supplementary materials. Like apparently there is something like a book or something that like or a video game that kind of goes into their past and history with each other. Please make a movie about that, because
you're not wrong there, Paper. In fact, that is a common point of contention. I've seen a few reviews of The Night Before Christmas. And that is a common thing that most people who've seen it kind of agree on. The fact that there is no real build-up or explanation in the movie itself about why Oogie and Jack and why they have their hatred, why they have their rivalry, why Oogie is supposedly hated by the rest of the Halloween residents. That is a common point of contention against the movie, unfortunately. And as far as I know about supplemental materials, yeah, there is the comic that the book that goes over the history between them, and there is a video game that is sort of a prequel, but it follows a completely different story. But as far as I know, neither really go into why Oogie is supposedly outcasted or hated by the rest of the Halloween Town residents, or why he and Jack hate each other so much. Yeah, their friendship was broken, but there really isn't anything more to that, from what I remember.
Well,
There really isn't.
Consider one thing. Consider the fact that Oogie Boogie is the boogeyman. He's not down to Halloween.
True, technically. Also, like, part of why like this bothers me is like even in Kingdom Hearts, Oogie is kind of treated as a bit of a. Well, I don't know if they fixed him in Kingdom Hearts 3, but in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, he's kind of just like an afterthought and barely treated with any sort of respect at all.
Well, Halloween Town's story basically ran its course in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. It's not in KH3.
Okay. For anyone who doesn't know, I've never played Kingdom Hearts 3. I kind of have to rely on Fame and Zero's recounting for that one, at least until I get the manga for it. Back on point, it's like there's two parts, like just like literally like right here. I feel like they have introduced Oogie Boogie, either with Oogie listening to Jack's laments, and while Sally is inspired by him and wants to help him, Oogie thinks like, oh, there's a chink in the armor. Maybe I can push Jack and get him out of the way, and then I can be king. Like something like that. Something to show like he's a schemer. He's something like here. And like with him, like they're all searching for Jack, and they're talking like, oh, we need this like have Oogie like pop up, and then like either in the shadows or something, or even have like some of Oogie's bugs skittering around, like he's always there, always watching, always like haunting even the people of Halloween Town. And like, you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Actually, Paper, fun fact about that, in the Revenge of Oogie Boogie video game, like I said, it's a sequel technically to the original film. Spoilers to anyone who hasn't played it. But it follows sort of a similar story, but with a lot of what you've said. Jack leaves Halloween Town again to search for like new stuff and everything, and in the time he's gone, Oogie strikes and basically takes over Halloween Town. He switches the brain of Professor Finkelstein to work under him, and basically makes his play to become the Seven Holidays King. He basically does everything in his power to become the ultimate holiday ruler. In a way, everything you said of what could have happened, it kind of does happen in the sequel game.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Funny how that works out.
Funny enough, it's mainly like, and you can hear the renditions of the music. Like if you listen closely to them, you can hear exactly what's going on from the town. Because as you play through the game, you can hear the music playing and hear the different songs from the original story.
Like, sorry for the rant. It's just.
But
like Oogie's exclusion always felt really weird to me.
The book I was referring to at the beginning is Long Live the Pumpkin Queen.
Okay. I've seen that at Walmart.
Yeah, that's mostly a Sally story.
And then it's followed by Hour of the Pumpkin Queen.
What is it that she's putting in there to put the old doc to sleep again?
Deadly Nightshade.
Not that deadly, if he's still alive.
Actually, potatoes are related to Deadly Nightshade.
That explains why they can put people to sleep if you eat too much of them.
That's why you're never supposed to eat a green potato. Raw.
Yeah, moving on.
Good.
Poor Sally.
That's like one of Shrek's
Poor
recipes.
girl. Good. Oh, trust me, buddy, it's almost ready.
Nope.
Still gross.
Yeah, that's how Oogie swapped his brain in the game. I mean, not wrong.
Smart girl.
Yep.
So much for being a genius.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if someone says scrumptious, then that's suspicious.
It didn't think to dredge the lake. You would think with the sun in Halloween Town not being the actual sun, they wouldn't need umbrellas.
Still vampires, though.
You have to wonder how the people in Christmas Town reacted to one of their snowmobiles being stolen.
Town meeting! Town meeting!
Listen, everyone. I want to tell you about
That's something they have to experience for themselves, Jack, my boy. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
At least you had them interested.
There you go.
Sometimes that's the first step.
Yeah, it's hard to get people to open up their minds to even simple concepts.
Especially when some people are so close-minded.
Mm-hmm.
Like politicians.
Disregard what I... That's all funny on me.
See, I really feel sad for Jack in this because he's trying all his hardest to understand the logic behind it. And this reminds me of the whole debate with people who believe in magic and such. And I'm just like, you can't explain everything with logic. No, she hasn't. For what? She basically made alcohol?
I'm conducting a series of experiments. Perfect.
See, that makes me question. Jack, did you kill the cat?
Okay.
That makes no sense.
And lends itself to way too many innuendos.
Ow!
Okay, he cut it correctly.
Sometimes he just have too much riz.
Someone actually tested following this exact pattern, and it really does make the spider.
Okay then.
Watching somebody who's experiencing fun for the first time, trying so hard to understand the experience behind it.
Now there's something scientists question a lot.
Dexterity?
Took a leap of faith.
And she survived. See, now I can't help but wonder, if Sally really is from Dreamland, what was she supposed to be?
I think she might be like, kind of like a Raggedy Ann type doll.
Yep.
And those kind of can apply to both situations, I think.
Fair.
That's the thing, she's filled with stuffing, like...
Oh, old man. Gee, I wonder why she'd be gone again.
And also prove that she's smarter than you. Oh, look, he actually put down Sandy Claw.
Well, you heard
Like a
while he was
claw.
there.
No, but he wrote it like Sandy and then it had like a little crab claw.
See, I love how Sally's like really skilled with potions and stuff. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish we got to see more of like Jack and Sally's relationship. We really don't see much of it in the film.
And then here comes one of her abilities.
Which actually adds to the idea of her being from Dreamland.
Yeah, 'cause she saw what was coming.
Eureka!
You know, if you take that out of context, you would easily mistake Jack to be the villain.
True.
No problem. I knew it. Doctor, thank you for coming. We need some of these. Their construction should be completed. How powerful our Christmas will be. Oh, how jolly. Oh, how jolly our Christmas.
Here we go.
Finest trick or treatments. The job I have for you is top secret. It requires craft, cunning. Absolutely no one is to know about it, not a soul.
Pause a second. Okay, and going with the idea of dreams, because like Jack has mentioned like dreams a couple times so far in this movie, and learning about the world of dreams thing. Like someone could like point, it's like, well, how could like Boogie's boys go and get there? I think it actually makes sense because this is why Jack needs them specifically. He needs children because children have the hope, imagination, and faith enough to probably pass into that world a lot easier than anyone in Halloween Town could, especially since they were so close-minded. They probably couldn't even scratch the surface of the dream world, whereas children who are innocent can actually find it and go through the doors.
Makes sense.
Just my thought.
Leave that no account boogie out of this!
Lying little brats.
Hey guys.
Beetlejuice snake.
How about it?
At least they're trying.
Now, why don't you all practice on that?
You got the melody, you just need to fine tune it.
I need more than
That's okay.
that's splendid.
Wanna bet, Bone Boy?
And here's the nifty little thing. If I remember correctly, doesn't the Santa Claus outfit give ice abilities?
It does.
E.
Actually can summon giant snow boulders from the sky.
Be modest. Who else is clever?
So-
My Santa Claus outfit.
It kind of goes
That's
to
for King
say
Arthur.
that the King of Halloween's power could tie into the costumes he wears.
Meaning every costume gives him a different power or ability.
Yeah, actually, without either of those two costumes, Jack's usual power set in the game is music.
It's me. Oh, this poor Easter Bunny.
Yep.
Not Santa Claus.
They're lucky this wasn't bunny mud.
Lucky, what's what?
There's more than
Alistair E. Bunny Mud from Dryas the Guardian.
Oh,
Easter Bunny.
gotcha.
Or the kangaroo. Oof, he has jaws on the side of his face.
take him home first. And apologize again.
time. Hey, Igor.
Forget he exists.
I have to wonder, how did they change the timer so quickly?
It's probably not that hard to do. They just had to reset the main one. Now, in retrospect, Jack probably underestimated this because I can't think he and those monsters could have possibly have made enough children for the entire world.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I find that hard to believe.
Especially in such a short amount of time.
Trick or treat! So did Miss Claus just not see a thing?
And the monster
Probably not.
Not what you think, Sally.
Also, funnily enough, there's actually a very simple way Jack could have been a part of Christmas.
and that would be
What's the...
Krampus.
Oh, that's true!
He thought he had claws. I forgot that one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to have another worry about Christmas this year.
Probably should have sent an invitation.
yeah.
So another aspect about the sequel video game, Revenge of the Boogie Boogie. Boogie does capture Santa Claus, and Jack apologizes for all the trouble he ended up causing unintentionally. But Santa actually thanks Jack and knows that it wasn't his fault, and has a better understanding that that Jack was just too excited, and forgave Jack for the trouble this year. Uh-oh.
A peace on earth and goodwill towards men?
Yeah. In the sequel game and in Kingdom Hearts 2, it does show that Jack and Santa Claus have a better relationship that got fixed after the events of the movie.
That's good to hear, at least.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of prefer that. They'd be better off as allies than enemies.
Oh!
Oh, now for my pun.
Here we go, and this is G's favorite here.
Yeah. Let it. Oh, that song gives me the chill.
See, yeah, that song kind of shows that Oogie's done this before, and even the trick-or-treaters said like they didn't want to be on his boogie list. So, like, it almost like spins the tale that like Oogie did this to the Halloween Town people themselves.
It's quite possible.
It's very possible.
Foggy!
silly brains.
Well, she tried.
My way. To the head of the team, Zero. We're off.
Well, the orange milk's so soft.
She tried.
And a very shiny nose.
That's a great laugh, Jack, but open up.
It's not, sweetie. It's not.
Or Sally.
An underrated song by any means.
True.
I'm inclined to agree with you. Granted, I don't know the soundtrack quite as well as you guys, but I agree.
Oh, gee.
Oh, this poor
Why am I
child.
getting,
Really go wrong.
why am I getting Beetlejuice vibes from that song? Or
Yeah.
the
You're not wrong.
And he is mentally scarred.
So are they.
Strange.
Second.
How is that the second already? Uh-oh. Oh,
How is he able to break in so easily?
magic.
Indeed.
thank you. Managed
Oh,
to
no.
Christmas now for
Oh, look, it's the
hours
sand
without anyone
snake.
noticing.
Oh, no.
That doll actually has merchandise. That's not so much.
There's one funny one right here that I've seen a few writers do. That's Dudley Dursley.
I've seen a lot of those Harry Potter crossover ones.
Okay.
Didn't I expect to get that big of a laugh out of paper for that one?
I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, how many other beach balls are there?
Oh,
Yeah, but the glasses are the only thing taking me out of that theory.
He could have taken them from Harry.
Because those look like Harry's glasses.
They're not.
what's funny also, we've been like watching Total Drama seasons. In the Hakatu Island season, Scarlet did some mad science on her little brother's toys, and she literally said, like, I made my little brother's toys come to life to attack him in his sleep every night for 6 weeks. He's still in therapy.
Jeez.
Sometimes you gotta be evil.
Evil on the psychopath.
Don't you dare.
Tee-hee.
Pouring in from all over the globe that an imposter is shamelessly impersonating Santa Claus, mocking and dangling this joyous holiday.
I mean,
At this moment,
not wrong.
mobilizing this. Someone has to help Jack.
Well, Jack, time for you to go down in flames.
In a blaze of
Like
glory.
we were like,
Nope.
Jack, those aren't hurt. Jack, that's not a good thing.
They're celebrating. They're thanking
Jack, honey,
good job. Okay, Zero. Head higher.
I can't believe he fell for this.
Again. I mean, he has bugs for brains.
I mean, it's not really much to fall for. Like, she literally, this is like a booby trap, literally.
I mean, not that hard to make a duke out of you there, buddy boy.
True, true.
Oh, that's an ability I forget that Oogie has.
You mean that super breath ability?
Yep, the suction.
Oh, he does.
Phrasing.
Oh, hush you.
It said suction, not the other thing.
Trying to hit us.
Lord Jack.
Right the way down.
yep.
You're so full of shit.
He's a politician.
Yeah. Also, he's already dead.
Oh, he was blown to smithereens.
Well, as the good Boogie said, or, well, we'll say later, double dead.
Yeah. Poor kids. I do feel bad for the kids. They definitely got traumatized.
Mm-hmm. That's just crazy luck.
So does that mean that there are entrances to take the other holidays everywhere, or is that just something Jack can do?
More or less, I guess.
Might just be
Maybe it's easier for him to do it this way because he's technically going home.
Over yet.
it might
be a
just be
conflict.
it might just be for those that are the leaders to always be able to get back.
Could think he figured out quickly that where they would have hidden him.
Flip through.
With hunger.
Snake eyes. See, how do you get that? Hello, Oogie.
He must.
Nice flexibility.
Not a spider pose. I love how fluid Jack is.
He is nothing but home.
I will say that I did enjoy the fight in Kingdom Hearts.
This fight annoyed me in Kingdom Hearts.
I remember it annoying you in Kingdom Hearts 2, too.
Yep.
Oh.
Still better than having to fight his house.
True.
How dare you treat my friend so shamefully!
My memory is right. In the book prequel, Boogie wasn't originally filled with bugs, but it was because of the actions of the previous Pumpkin King that he became bug-filled and corrupted.
Hey.
And see, now he has his magic back. It's almost like it was tied to the hat. Which isn't the first time Santa's magic being tied to his hat it was a thing.
True.
Roadrunner!
Cockblocker.
Wait, who told them?
Backstabbing little.
He probably saw Jack coming and just like...
Setting things right, bringing joy and cheer wherever he goes. Yes, folks, Kris Kringle has pulled it out of the bag and delivered Christmas to excited children home.
Went right to the TV studio too.
Oh, sweet, still a sweet one.
Yep.
So, quite frankly, this movie still holds up. Like, even like just as a Halloween special or a Christmas special, either way, like you can put this on and just like sit back and vibe with the music alone.
Yeah.
This is a cult classic.
To go over like a quick couple of things, like there's a lot of people, like different messages you can pull from this movie. Something that I've personally noticed is basically Jack going through a midlife crisis or a mid-afterlife crisis. Because it's not like he hates Halloween now. He's lost. He feels like he's stuck in a rut. He feels like he's missing something but doesn't know. So he thinks it's Christmas, But Christmas would have become the same thing. It would be something like a new fad. It'd be the new car, the new girlfriend, the new wife. And that's not what he needed. And much like a lot of midlife crises, people who go through them tend to blow up their lives chasing something that they don't really need.
In truth, all they really needed was just something. They didn't need anything major. They didn't need anything that heavy or something. You just needed to try something new. It didn't need to be anything like too big. Like Jack began to realize that. He tasted something swell, yeah, but he also realized he didn't need Christmas to improve the things that he already had. He realized that.
In a way, he did explore himself, which is what anyone going through a midlife crisis needs to do. You need to get in touch with yourself, not try and fill the void with cars, like a new fling, or any of the weird random stuff that people do when going through a midlife crisis. Just a little bit of self-reflection, because like, yeah, he made a mistake, but like he felt inspired, he felt alive again, to, you know, as alive as a skeleton will get. Something else that I feel is very more poignant is Jack trying to understand what Christmas is, and like he was overanalyzing, overthinking it, and like he tried to sell it to the Halloween Town citizens, and like they greatly missed the point of Christmas. And I feel this is sadly a timeless thing now, because a lot of people nowadays have like lost like the meaning and spirit of, not just the meaning but also the spirit of Christmas. It still exists, and people like now try to like use Christmas as a means of like getting what they want. Like and it's what's sad. Like Jack going through what he did, he's like, well, yeah, like I can prove it. It's mine. Like why shouldn't I? And there was a sense of entitlement there that kind of spiraled out of control. That's why you need friends to check you when you're going too far and going off the rails. Watch this movie and look. Jack's being entitled, he's being crazy, he's doing something he shouldn't do. Sally's trying to warn him. He ignored it, and he nearly died. This can be a major life lesson for anyone who like listens and pays attention. Because if you follow down the path of entitlement, it will only lead to ruin. You have no idea when, but it will. And even if it's not death that awaits you, your life could be ripped and torn asunder, just like Jack's torn up Santa Claus suit.
Exactly, and you won't even realize what you have until it's gone. And by then, you'll realize you didn't need all this fancy schmancy new stuff. You just needed to change something in your routine. Like, that's the funny thing I found about most people in a midlife crisis who continuously do the same thing over and over again with something. They just need to change one small thing, and your routine's different, and everything feels fresher, newer. Trying something new in your routine helps, really.
Yeah, to give a point to Paper's thing about Jack being entitled, there is a reason behind that. In Halloween Town, he has no equal. Everyone in Halloween Town sees him as basically the god, and no one dare question him or even think anything he can come up with is a bad idea. Sally was really the first one to ever question and even counter him.
Absolutely, and that mentality in anything can be a problem. For those of you who don't know, like I like speak about like My Hero Academia a few times, and I talk about how the Hero Society affected Bakugo by filling him and praising him just for having a quirk, or having a flashy quirk, or having a powerful quirk. It inflated his ego. It filled him with a sense of entitlement. And though he had a few people like his parents trying to check him, there's a difference between having one person or a couple people trying to get you to see sense and see reason, and a society, a town constantly gassing him up. Because, like, especially in, like, the opening of the movie, Jack's just like, yeah, they're all praising him. He's surrounded by praise and love, but it feels hollow because he doesn't just want yes men. He doesn't just want, like, things to be this easy. He does want a challenge. He does want to be challenged, because creativity thrives through some challenge. Doesn't have to be a constant nightmare of... but a little bit of challenge is a good thing. That's why you should always try to test your limits. And if you feel like you've like done like so much, like tested all the bounds, go back to the start. Because every time you test yourself and you grow and expand and you do things, if you go back to your roots, you can find something there that you might not have realized.
It's the truth. Always going back to your roots, trying new things, testing something out. Start over from the beginning, and you'll find you can do so much more than what you imagine. It's merely a testament of your determination and your willingness to step out of what you normally do and try new things.
Okay, so ratings time. For all the ups and downs of this movie, it still holds up. Like, yes, could Oogie have been more involved in the movie? Absolutely. Could he have been set more up as more of an antagonist? Sure. But even with Oogie Boogie kind of feeling like an afterthought, all the other characters feel like they're here in the movie. If heaven forbid they tried to like edit out one of the characters like from the background, I feel someone would notice that they're there, because even like the background characters, like they're catching enough that you notice them. Like so much talk like happened about a one-off character that only had like a few lines, but their design was so unique. Like if they weren't there in that scene with him like making the hat, and making the hat was like cut out from the movie, people would notice. Like some people like did not notice that in like A Muppet's Christmas Carol that there's a song in some versions is cut out from the movie. Some people don't realize that. It's When Love Is Gone. For some people it's a beautiful, emotional, haunting song, but for others it's like they show up and then it cuts immediately to Rizzo crying, and you don't know why he's crying. And for some people who don't know that song's supposed to be there, like it's almost not there. But they couldn't do that with this. If they tried to cut out like any one scene from the movie, it would be noticed, it would be felt. Every scene has an impact in both the small ways and the big ways. So for that, I have to give this movie a 10 out of 10. Is it flawless? No. But it's because of like, because I've noticed people like, especially with the Blu-ray version, it's made the kind of the movie magic kind of get like a little spoiled, like the strings on the bats in the opening. Legit, like even in its flaws, there's perfection within the flaws. So again, 10 out of 10 for me.
I'll agree with that, because they did do a good job with what they did.
Exactly, and this movie is timeless. Like, even though the animation is like the whole stop motion back with stop motion and stuff, it still is a cult classic, holiday classic, and fits into two different holidays. A movie like this honestly can't be like replicated that easily. And if they were to like try to make a remake of this, they would really they'd be standing up to a very large fan base for this, and they'd face a lot of backlash for trying to do anything with it. So I will always give this 10 out of 10. It's not perfect, it's not the best, but by God, it's really something swell.
10 out of 10 for me for the same reasons.
But yeah, I have to agree with you on the 10 out of 10. The funny story is that when I was a lot younger, I used to be terrified of this film. When I got older, I realized how great it was. And yeah, like you said, it's not perfect, but really, it's one of those films where you don't really think of the issues until after you've watched it or doing it for review purposes. Honestly, it's a movie that you can just turn off your brain and enjoy for the fun and for the music.
Yeah.
On the whole, I was scared as a kid. No joke. The Oogie Boogie scene where he gets the cloth ripped off and he's like, it reveals he's just nothing but bugs. That scene actually did legit terrify me as a child. Like there was like a time where I would always skip that scene because it legit scared me. Like the only time I would ever watch it was during Halloween, where I felt like, well, you're supposed to be scared, it's Halloween. And over time, because I did that, I eventually got used to it in small doses. And now it's just like, yeah, I can still see why it scared me as a kid. Kind of like how the pink elephant scared some children. There's something there there's something in the scene that grips you, whether in a positive way or a negative way, but it still does it.
For the love of God, if Disney, I know you're listening somehow, some way, because that mouse has ears everywhere. For the love of God, if you do plan on doing anything more with this, either give us a sequel or perhaps, a remake, but no live action.
Please God, no.
Yeah,
If they tried to live action this, they'd find Disney would face like some severe backlash for this.
It would be ugly Sonic levels of bad.
Oh, without a doubt.
it would make all the controversy that they face with the live action Snow White seem trivial by comparison.
Trivial, he says.
If they were going to do a prequel, tackle Jack and Oogie's backstory. There's plenty there. There's plenty of material there that they could do, like exploring how they came to hate each other. You could like introduce like a new villain, because there's plenty of horror icons that they could mess with. If they were to do a sequel, I think that would be a bit harder, because Oogie's gone, Jack and Sally have been connected, and a sequel runs the risk of them doing that stupid thing that a lot of sequels do, of like breaking up the initial couple from the previous movie just so they could fall back in love and do that all over again. Looking at You, Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and a few others have done that. But like, if they were going to continue this universe, I would definitely go for a prequel so they don't mess with how this ended, and they can still expand on the universe.
See, the thing is with my idea about Oogie is like he's sort of in the same boat as Pitch Black. So long as people are afraid, he always finds a way to come back. Like, yeah, you can stomp on the bug, sure. But as we saw, he's composed of many bugs. And I always felt like if one of them was just like, if his body that we saw get stomped on dies, it transfers over to like any insect that's nearby before it goes along and gathers its strength to reform itself.
That's basically what happened in the sequel game Revenge of Oogie Boogie. He does come back. It's actually thanks, if my memory is right, it's thanks to his shadow, which has a soul of its own.
It is, because the shadow was what Jack fights in the town hall, first of all.
Yep.
It's like as much as I hate to say this, it's like a Horcrux. The shadow itself holds remnants of his power, and so long as the shadow itself exists, Oogie can always come back.
Okay, if that's the case, then yeah, I could see a sequel with Oogie's Revenge, Oogie returning, or maybe like even, go Sonic 3 with it, where there's like an even bigger threat and Jack and Oogie have to work together despite hating each other to stop it. Because like, I don't know if that would be a rights issue, but you could create a Pitch Black character that like doesn't like want to take over the holiday seasons. What if he just straight up wants to erase them?
I could see that.
Because there are like some people out there that like don't want to, like, I used to work with a person who said because of their beliefs they didn't want to celebrate holidays. They actually pitched a fit every time we would get holidays off for work, and it was paid holidays, so we didn't have to work that day and we were getting paid for it, and they got mad and complained that was happening.
Then they're idiots.
Yeah, like, and if it's like part of the religious beliefs, fine, but to outright like cry about it and get angry and get all in a tizzy about it, like, I can understand like if someone like wishes you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, or Happy Holidays, and you don't want to say anything back, that's fine. You do you, whatever. Same for Valentine's Day, Happy New Year's, Happy 4th of July, all that. I can understand that, but to outright like say, like, no, we shouldn't be celebrating this, like, no, we shouldn't be doing, that is a level of entitlement that is not only that scares me, it makes me sick, it's dangerous. Because, guys, this is a message that everyone needs to know. There are people out there that are so bitter and so angry and so self-loathing, and they don't get the proper therapy and help they need. They try to drag everyone down into their misery. For them, they can't be happy because of their own, so they actively try to make everyone else as unhappy and miserable as they are, or potentially worse.
Yeah, the people like that, they quickly find out just how they can be treated, because most people don't take kindly to somebody trying to do that stuff, and I'm one of those people. And considering I had somebody who consistently tried to do that with me once before, yeah, let's just say we're no longer associated, and no, they are no longer anywhere near me, around me, or have anything to do with anyone I know.
But with this, we are wrapping up this will be the last of our October videos that will be uploaded. I hope you all enjoyed our ride for October and will enjoy our Christmas reactions and reviews when they come. But until next time, ciao everybody.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Halloween. You know the saying. So long, people.
And happy Thanksgiving too.
Later on.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
I'm gonna get my bat.